Well, good day. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga. We are doing a class entirely focusing on our ankles and balance. So, what you're going to need for class today is your yoga mat when we make it to the floor. You're going to need a chair. We're going to start in sitting, but you're going to need the chair in standing for some balance exercises for support. So, please make sure your chair does not have wheels. The third thing you're going to need for class today is a yoga belt or some sort of strap that can lock. So, quick little lesson for those of you that have yoga belts at home that have a ring in it. When you're using your yoga belt with the ring, what you want to do is to take the metal slip and place it in the ring that's closest to the strap first, and then bring it through the outer one. Now make sure that the yoga strap actually contacts the teeth on the outside as you pull the strap taut. So if you do not have the ability to do that with your yoga strap, to make a nice taut link or loop, sorry, then what I would encourage you to use is a belt at home. So a standard belt will help you a lot with today's class because we are actually going to be doing an ankle mobilization to the ankle joint, or the talocrural joint as it's called in our physical therapy world. So if you're using a traditional belt, what I would like you to do is loop it and lock it as wide as you can get it, which is hopefully over a foot long or 12 inches. If you're using your yoga belt today, what I would recommend you have your loop at is about 18 inches or so. That's about the perfect position for our class. Once you have that, then just go ahead and place it to the back of your chair or somewhere near you, and then have a seat and we'll get started with class. So find yourself at the front of the chair so that about half of your leg bone is on the chair. There's no use of the back support of your chair. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Now check in for me that as you look down at your feet, you can actually see that your knees run straight down to the center of your arch. So that means that your ankle joints are actually sitting slightly behind your knee joints. In this position, go to your pelvis. Make sure that your pelvis is in a somewhat neutral position. So what is that? If you allow yourself to roll your pelvis forward and backward, there should be a good excursion of movement if your chair is high enough. So make sure your chair isn't so low that your knees are sitting below your hips. And so as you roll your pelvis, allow yourself to find that position that kind of feels it's halfway in between the roll forward and the roll backwards. Now, I want to teach you something you can do real easily to get a good base of support today. Once you have yourself in that position, your pelvis is in neutral, and hopefully your lumbar spine is in neutral right on top of that pelvis. But that means that we're not really on our pelvic floor. So to get on your pelvic floor, just gently place your hands on your thighs for me today, and just slightly begin to push your hands into your thighs so that you can feel your abdominals engage. Then allow just your hips to move here. So keep your spine perfectly still and just slightly hinge at your hips until you feel that weight go down into your feet. So you should feel now that there is no way to lift those legs up off the floor because all of the weight is going down into them. Very good. Now in that position, keep the pelvis, the spine, the legs, the feet, everywhere, everything that you've got there still. Take your hands to the center of your heart. Take a gentle inhale, lift your arms up just above your head today. Turn your palms upward, and then as you exhale, kind of bring your arms downward so that your elbows and forearms run perpendicular to the floor. Give those elbows a squeeze into your side. Pull back and down with those shoulder blades, engage that upper back area, make sure there's still weight in your feet, and then just gently let your arms unrotate and place them on your thighs. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, Allow your tongue to rest to the roof of your mouth. So the resting position of your temporal mandibular joint is on the roof of your mouth. And then if it's comfortable for you today, just gently close your eyes for a moment. So we're going to work on balance in standing today. So balance in standing requires us to use several systems of our body. And so we're going to kind of think about that for a second. So the key one we're going to be focusing on are those ankle joints and those muscles that surround our ankles. So think about that where they are right now as you're just sitting. The other key balancer of our system, and unfortunately the one that is really the target of falls as we age, is our hip strength. So we're going to work on that for balance as well. And then go up the spine. Think about your abdominals and your back muscles. There's our third balancer, our trunk stabilizers. And then continue all the way up to your ears, you guys. You got your little vestibular system inside your ears. That's a fourth area of balance for us. And our final area of balance is those eyes. So we're going to do some exercises with the chair nearby where we're focusing on closing the eyes so that we can really connect with our feet, our hips, our abdominals, and our vestibular system. All right, so that's our goal for the class. I just wanted you to have a nice steady position in a balanced sitting position to think about that. Now stay where you are. Can you take a deep inhale into your nose and let your belly expand for a moment? And then can you open your mouth and really exhale all that air out? One more time for me. Nice deep inhale into the nose. Belly fully expands. Open that mouth and exhale all that air out. Very good. Now slowly allow yourself to sit back further into your pelvis. Take your right foot and bring it up onto your left leg for me. Now, if that's difficult for you to do because you have tight hips, just do the best you can at home. We're going to be working on the ankles, but we want to make sure that we give those toes a nice little stretch open before we start tackling those ankles. So nice and easily here, index finger, take it between the first and the second toe. And then sequentially, every finger between every toe, interlace them, get them all interlaced and as close into the base of the toes and the base of the fingers as you can. Now let's kind of do three things at once here. We've got all of that connecting in our foot. Now, can you sit up nice and tall and feel that stretch in the outside of your hip? Very good. Maybe if you've got enough flexibility of the hip, you can put a gentle push into that right knee at the same time. Shoulder blades, bring them back and down, lengthen your neck. Now, here's what I want you to do, guys. Left hand and right foot. Squeeze the left hand as much as you can. Open up through that forefoot. Maintain that position. Right hand, right knee. Maybe give it a little bit more love. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. One more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Most excellent. Release the hand away from the knees. Slowly open up the fingers. Take them away from the foot. Place the right foot back on the floor. And let's do that all over again on the left side. So left ankle comes up on the right knee. Again, do what you can dependent on your hip flexibility at home. Now, right index finger, interlace that between the big toe and the second toe. And then take every one of those fingers sequentially between between two toes until you've got all of the fingers and all of the toes interlaced. Get them as deep down into those spaces as you can. Once you have all of that interlacing done, allow yourself to start to sit up nice and tall. Feel it in that left hip. Once you feel it in that left hip, keep those back extensors engaging so that you can keep it in that left hip. Left hand to the right knee so that you can give it a little bit of extra push as long as that doesn't cause you any pain at home. Now let's make this a 3-for-1 here. So start with the right hand and the left foot. Squeeze it nice and tight. Gently push a little bit more with that left hand and that left knee. All right, part 3, let's get some breathing happening. Take a deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. One more breath, guys. Deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly releasing the hand away from the knee, opening up those fingers from the toes, bringing that left foot down on the floor. Check in that your feet are about hip distance. Place your hands so that they're just above your kneecaps on your thighs, shoulder blades and back and down. Let's do 3 cat-cows and sitting here. So take that inhale, lift your chest, roll that pelvis, stick that belly out, lengthen your neck and look up to that ceiling. Can you squeeze those shoulder blades together? Beautiful. Exhale, roll that pelvis all the way back. Abdominals in, rib cage sinks down, chin to chest. Look into the belly button. Can you spread your shoulder blades apart, guys? Inhale, belly forward, roll the pelvis, shoulder blades back and down. Lift the chest, lengthen the neck, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, pull that belly in, pelvis rolls under, rib cage drops down, chin to the chest, look into that belly button. Final one, roll that pelvis all the way forward, stick that belly out, shoulder blades back and down, chest lift, gaze up, and exhaling, fully rolling that pelvis under, belly goes in, rib cage drops down, chin to chest, look into that belly. Very good. All right, time to make it up into standing. But before you do that, make sure you have your strap ready. Now, here's what I would like you to do. In sitting, before you go to standing, take the strap and place it into the ankle joints. Now, the reason I'm making you do this is please make sure that if you're using a belt, that the belt loop is not near one of the ankles. If you're using a yoga strap, then the D-ring or the cinch is not near the ankles. We're not trying to harm tissue here. We're trying to mobilize an ankle joint. All right, now this is a good time for you to check in to see that you've got it about 18 inches. So before you stand, can you see right now that your ankles are wider or at least shoulder width apart? If that is the case for you, it is time to stand up. Allow yourself to move your chair to the left or the right of you so that you've got it for balance. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to mobilize the right ankle first and the left ankle second. So how this is going to look, take your right ankle and line it up with the back of the right side of your chair. Once you have that done, allow yourself to stack your knee over your ankle joint. Make sure that that belt loop or that yoga strap is as close to that ankle joint as you can. Now with the left leg, take the left leg out wider than the left side of the chair. So that left leg is strictly for balance, but make sure that that left leg is behind your left hip. So let's check in with the alignment before we mobilize this ankle. My right knee is directly on top of my right ankle. My right heel is outward so that my pinky toe and my right heel line up parallel with the outside of the chair or yoga mat. My left leg is pushing all the way back so that strap is completely taut and my foot is turned outward to give me some additional balance. Now, place your right hand onto your right pelvis. Move yourself with your pelvis forward and backward until you feel like you're in a neutral position. Take a deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, brace your abdominals. Now gaze down at your second toe, ladies and gentlemen. Take an inhale and bend the knee up and over the second toe as you start to stretch through that ankle joint. Exhale, coming back. Make sure the whole body goes with that knee bending forward. That's the purpose of the chair. Try that again for me. Inhale, push the knee and the body forward straight over that second toe. Exhale, bring it back. Very nice. One more time for me. Inhale, push that knee and body over that second toe, mobilizing that ankle. Exhaling, bringing it back. Very nice. Now, can you simply bring the left foot forward and the right leg back? As you do that, I'm just moving my strap out of the way so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Please line up the left foot with the left side of your chair. Once you've done that, check in that the strap is right around the ankle. Have the left knee directly on top of the ankle. Once you have that positioning, pull that strap nice and taut, but keep the right foot slightly turned outward so you've got some additional balance as you push your body forward. Once you have that, take the hand up onto the pelvis. It can be the right, it can be the left. Go through a couple of pelvic tilts here. Once you've gone through a couple, find the middle of the road, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, brace and tighten those abdominals and keep them firm. Now, on the inhale, look at your second toe on that left foot. Make sure that heel is turned out so it's in line with that pinky toe. Take that inhale and push that knee and that body forward over that second toe. And then as you exhale, come back up. Let's do that again. Inhale, push that knee forward over that second toe. Body comes with you. Exhale, coming up. Final time here. Inhale, really push that knee and body forward over that second toe, really mobilizing that left ankle, and then exhale, coming back. Very, very nice. Now, in this position, go ahead and take your feet. So your feet are hip width and more apart. So you're still that 18 inches apart. The strap is around the ankle area. If it is sitting around your ankle bones and is a little sensitive, just move it up a teeny tiny bit, but pull your legs the width you can so that you feel that there is full tension on that strap. All right, let's practice our first balance exercise here. So make sure to have your chair right now on the left side of you. So if you need to turn yourself around, do that, but have your chair on the left side of you. We're going to balance on the left leg first. So here's what I want you to do. Keep the tension on the yoga strapper belt. Lift yourself up onto your right toes. Take your entire left leg bone over your left foot. Hold on for balance of the chair. Now, lift the right leg off the floor, but don't lose the tension in the strap. Can you feel the hips engaging? Now, can you keep yourself right there and push down into your left big toe? If you've got that balance and you can pull on that strap and you can hold everything still, can you let go of the chair? All right, now can you take a nice deep inhale here? And an exhale. You've got it, guys. One more breath. Deep inhale here. And an exhale. Beautiful. Slowly drop that right foot down and bring your body weight back to the center. Did you feel your hips engaged? Remember, they're one of the most important parts of our balance. Now, you can either turn yourself around 180. My chair is super light, so I am just going to move it over to the right side of my yoga mat so that I am ready to do this all over again. Keep the legs nice and far enough apart that the yoga strapper belt is taut. In this position, chair is now on the right side, on the right leg. Go up on your tippy toes on your left foot. Line up your hip, your knee, and your ankle on that right side. Chairs for balance, so hold on to it first. Now, in this position, start to push into the right big toe. Engage those muscles through your foot and your ankle. Once you have that, keep pushing out into that strap that's engaging your hips. All right, when you're ready, inhale, lift that left leg up and keep that tension on that strap. Can you keep that alignment of your right leg and not shear too far to the right? All right, if you've got it, even if your hips are shaking now, can you let go of that chair and hold your balance? You've got it. All right, let's go through this. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhale, push into that right big toe. One more time, deep inhale into the belly. I lost my balance. And exhale here and drop down onto that left leg. Very, very good. Now, slowly allow yourself to take the strap away from your feet. We are going to use the strap when we get down to the floor. So just gently place it somewhere down near your strap, so near the floor, so that you'll have it once we get there. Now, keep your chair wherever you have it. We're going to do a few more balance exercises here. But before we do them, we want to also do a couple more hip strengthening exercises. So this one's nice and easy. Here's what I want you to do. Take your feet and imagine that your feet are running on train tracks here. So they're about 6 to 8 inches apart. So about hip distance, or maybe a tiny bit wider if you actually have some significant balance issues. This is called a Romberg position or a stride stance. So this is a wide Romberg. So what I want you to do is look back at your right foot for a second and make sure that that heel and that pinky line up with the top of your mat. You'll feel your leg internally rotate. That's exactly what we want here. Now with the left foot, same idea. Line up the outside of the left foot with the outside of the mat. All right. Can you look down at your feet? If your toes have good alignment, it should be the second toe that's straight ahead of you right now. That's what we want to put our focus on as far as alignment's concerned. Can you now figure out how to line up your left knee with your second toe? Very good. Now, here's all that you need to do. Keep that alignment. Take your hands to your pelvis. Go through a couple of tuck and tilts. Find the middle of the road for you. Nice deep inhale here, and on the exhale, brace those abdominals. Now, keep your feet onto the yoga mat. Push down into the floor. Once you push down into the floor, you engage all of your muscles. Now, with that right leg, try to push the right leg out and behind you. So out to the right and behind you. Feel the gluteal muscles fire on that right leg. Left knee can be slightly bent. Keep pushing, keep pulling that leg out. Hold this position. Shoulder blades are back and down. Take a deep inhale here and an exhale. Now push down into your left big toe. Deep inhale here and exhale. Beautiful. And let that go. Didn't even look like you were doing anything, right? But significant strengthening for the hip muscles. All right. Right foot comes forward, left foot goes backward. Again, a nice steppage stance today, a wide Romberg, but go to your left foot first. Can you turn that left heel out so that the pinky and the heel kind of line up with the end of your mat? Once you've done that, go to your right foot. Turn the heel out so that the pinky and the foot line up. Very nice. Once you have that, make sure you're about 6 inches apart, a little bit wider at 8 or so if you know balance is compromised for you. Okay, now, right knee. Line the right knee up with the second toe. Can you see that 2 second toes are running straight forward right now? In this position, now that you have the right knee lined up with that second toe, so you've got the alignment through this stabilizing right hip. Here's what I want you to do. Start to push your feet down into the floor. That starts to engage your abdominals, your back muscles, your glutes. Now let's really work the hip strengthening. With the left leg on your yoga mat, try to push the leg back and away from you. You're on a sticky yoga mat, so it's not going to go anywhere, but you should feel the engagement through that left hip, through the abdominals and right hip. Keep pushing that left leg back and away from you. Don't lose the alignment through that right foot. Now, right big toe. Can you push that right big toe down as you push that left leg away? 2 deep breaths here. Shoulder blades back and down. Give me a deep inhale. Exhale, tighten the abdominals. That's it. Now those 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Keep pushing that left leg away. Exhale out. That's it. One more time. Deep inhaling in. And exhaling out. Beautiful, guys. Now bring your feet to hip distance. So that's about 6 inches. In this position, allow yourself to make sure that your heels line up with the outside of your feet line up so that the front and the top of your mat and the outside of your feet are all in the same direction. You will feel the rotation inward through both of your legs. Now, in this position, all I want you to do, chair is there for you if you need it for balance. Simply shift your weight over onto your right leg. Once you feel like your weight is over onto your right leg, take the right big toe, start to push the right big toe into the floor. Can you look down real quick and just make sure that your right knee and that second toe look like they're in alignment? Good. Now, keep pushing into that right big toe and come to the point that you're now just on the tippy toes of your left foot. Push into the right big toe, guys. All right. Now, start to push the entire right leg down into the floor. When you do that, you should actually feel like you get taller. Now, keep pushing that right leg down into the floor. As you're doing that, can you slowly lift that left knee forward? Holding here, pushing into that right big toe, pushing that entire right leg down into the floor. Take a deep inhale here and an exhale. One more time, deep inhale and an exhale, and drop that left foot back down onto the floor. So single leg raise is all we're working on, but really working on engaging the ankle joint, the foot, the hip, the abdominals. All right, get back to that alignment through both feet. After you've got that alignment to both feet, left leg, weight shifts slightly into your left leg. Start to push the left big toe down into the floor. You'll feel your quadriceps actually engage when you do that. Now that you're pushing that left big toe down into the floor, the entire left leg, push it down into the floor and feel yourself get taller. Come up onto your right tippy toes. As you're taller on that left leg and you're pushing that left big toe down into the floor, slowly begin to lift that right knee up and forward. Holding this position, deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out, and deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out, and then slowly dropping the right foot back down into the floor. All right, now find your alignment again for me. So slowly look down, make sure that you've got the outside of your feet lining up with the top and the front of your mat. Once you have that, stand so that you're spreading your toes nice and wide. Slowly bring your toes down. Now, just close your eyes for me. Don't move anything else yet. Just close your eyes. Chair's there if you need balance. Keep your eyes closed. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you need to hold the chair, but keeping your eyes closed. Can you start to slowly shift your entire body weight into the balls of your toes? And then can you shift your entire body weight into your heels? Try that again for me. Weight shift forward into the balls of your toes. Weight shift back into your heels. Now, can you find the middle between the balls of the toes and the heels? Keep your eyes closed so that you're really using just your ankles here. All right, now that you have that, can you slowly just shift the weight to the right foot? How much weight can you put down through that right foot? Then shift the weight to the left foot. One more time, shift the weight to the right foot. Then shift the weight to the left foot. Now, can you find that weight perfectly in the center of the right and the left foot? Go to your knees for a second, and can you tighten your knees? Can you feel as you tighten your knees, all your weight goes back to your heel? Then soften your knees and let that weight go back to the center of your foot. Bring your hands up to your pelvis. Tuck and tilt that pelvis and appreciate the movement of your ankle that occurs as you tuck and tilt your pelvis. Find the middle of the road for your pelvis. Hold that position and then reposition yourself in the middle of your foot. Get that ankle position. All right. Now, final thing I want you to do, take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, really tighten your abdominals, brace your abdominals. Now, if you feel you have good balance, you don't need to hold on to the chair right now. But just to be sure, maybe a finger or two would be a nice thing to do here. Keeping yourself where you are, keeping your eyes closed, ladies and gentlemen. Can you very slowly shift your weight until you feel all of the weight into your right foot? That's it. Chair's there for balance. Please use it if you need it. Now, can you slowly go up onto your left toes? Can you feel all the weight into your right foot? Okay. Keeping the eyes closed if you can, taking that system out of our balance so that we're really using our ankle, our hips, and our trunk. Allow yourself now to start to really push into that second toe. As you, into that right toe, big toe, sorry. As you push into that right big toe, can you feel the ankle muscles and the muscles in your foot engage? Now, can you start to push the entire leg into the floor? Did you feel it? Did you feel your hip engage? Go back to your abdominals. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, really allow yourself to brace your abdominals. Now, if you feel you've got it in you, eyes closed, holding onto the chair as much as you need to, can you slowly lift that left leg up off the floor, knee forward? Deep inhale here. Push into that right big toe. Push that leg long into the floor. Exhaling. One more breath. Deep inhaling in and exhaling, and slowly bring the left leg back down to the floor. Now, for those of you that have your chair on the right side of you right now, what I would like you to do is switch it around back to the left side. Open your eyes to do all that, of course, because I would much prefer your balance support be on the side that your leg is on balance while your legs are closed. For those of you that had a chair on both sides, you're good to go. All right, let's go all through this again on this left side. Check in that your feet are hip distance. Kind of lift and spread those toes. Outside of the feet, run out with the outside of the mats. So that means your heels have to kind of turn outward a bit. Got it? Close those eyes. Chair's there if you need it for balance. Okay. With your eyes closed, let's go through the balancing through the ankle here. So start with shifting the weight forward to the balls of your feet. Shift the weight back to your heels. You've already done it once, so now you know what you're doing. Do it a second time, and then bring the weight straight to the center of that foot. Feel the weight go through equally the balls and the heels. Shift your weight, left foot, right foot. Do a second time, shifting the weight to the left, shifting the weight to the right. Now, can you find the middle of the road? Keep your eyes closed so you're really aware of your feet and your ankles here. Now, in this position, tighten your thighs, really tighten your knees. Can you feel how every bit of weight goes back to your heels? Then soften your knees and get that weight back to the center of your foot. All right, hands to the pelvis. Tuck and tilt a couple times. Really feel as you do that how much the weight is shifting in your ankles and your feet. Find the middle of the road of that tuck and that tilt. Hold on, even if it's just a little finger onto your chair. Start with beginning to shift your weight to your left leg. Now, start to really push the left big toe down into the floor. Still a little bit of weight into your right foot, but push that left big toe down into the floor. Now really push the entire leg down into the floor. Feel your hips engage here, guys. Now take that deep inhale and that exhale and really brace your abdominals. So the big toe on the left foot is pushing down. The entire leg is pushing down. There's the hips. The abdominals are braced. There's the trunk. Can you keep the eyes closed? Can you slowly lift the right leg up and the knee forward? Holding your balance here. Push into that left big toe. Push into that leg. Tighten those abdominals. Deep inhale here. And exhale. One more time. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly drop the right foot down and open those eyes. So many of us, particularly with aging and with ankle injuries, we lose what's called the kinesthetic awareness of our ankle joints. So what you did today is you trained not using your eyes for balance, perfectly using your ankles for balance. and your hips and your trunk. All right, we're in a yoga class, so let's do tree pose. So go ahead and bring your feet nice and close together so that your big toes are touching, but your heels are wide enough that the outside of your feet run to the front and the back of your mat. Once you have that position, hold on to your chair if you need to, but you're not going to need to move your chair this time. There's not so much of a weight shift because our feet are nice and close. So here's what I want you to do. Simply bring all of your weight into your right foot. It's a pretty small weight shift because your feet are together, aren't they? Now, in that position with your feet together and the weight into your right foot, same thing, guys, push into the right big toe. Lengthen through the right big leg. The right leg, not the big leg. Lengthen into that right leg. Tuck and tilt your pelvis a couple times. Find the center of the road, get back into the center of the arch of your foot. Now, pushing into that right big toe, pushing that right leg down, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, brace and tighten your abdominals. Now, can you simply bring your foot to the inside of your right ankle? Mini tree pose. Can you slide it up to your calf? Moderate tree pose. Can you bring your leg all the way into the inside of your right thigh? Full tree pose with the legs. Now, wherever you're choosing to do at home, push into the right big toe. Lengthen that right leg up. Tighten the abdominals. You got it? Stay holding onto your chair if you need the balance. If you don't, simply let your tree grow. Deep inhaling in and exhaling out. One more breath. Deep inhale in and exhaling out, and let the tree come back down. Toes are together, heels are apart. Line up the outside of the feet so that they run parallel with the top and the bottom of your mat. All right, small weight shift here. So just gently weight shift the weight into your left foot. Start to push into the left big toe, lengthen through that left leg. Slight pelvic tilt and tuck, find neutral for you. Deep inhale, exhale, tighten the abdominals. All right, you are ready. Keep that leg long, keep pushing into that left big toe. Right foot, can you place it to the left ankle? Mini tree pose. Moderate tree pose, can you bring that foot on the right leg up to the left calf? Full tree pose, can you take your right foot and bring it up into the left thigh? Wherever you pick, push down into the left big toe, lengthen that left leg, keep those abdominals braced. All right, if your balance is good enough, see if you can start to grow the limbs of your tree. All right, deep inhale here and exhaling out. One more breath, guys. Deep inhale in and exhaling out, and let your tree fall. All right, we got one more balance exercise, I promise, and then we'll make it down to the floor. So here's what I want you to do. Face your chair. Once you face your chair, so we're gonna do a modified warrior 3. So it's a lot of glutes, a lot of hips, a lot of abdominals, but definitely good ankle work. Here's what I want you to try to do. Hip distance apart with the feet, outside of the feet, run now parallel to the sides of the mat, depending on where your chair is. Once you have that, allow yourself to do your tuck and your tilt through your pelvis. Find the neutral position. Once you have the neutral position, spine stays perfectly straight. Just bend your knees, hinge your hips, and place your hands on the chair. It is that simple. Now, weight shift all your weight into your right foot. Right big toe, push it down. Lengthen through that right leg. Deep inhale here. Exhale, tighten through the abdominals. Can you bring your shoulder blades back and down? Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and gaze maybe at the chair. Now, can you simply take your left leg and bring your left leg behind you? So if you need to, you can keep your toes touching the floor, but if you can lift that left leg, keep those abdominals nice and tight, push through that right leg, curl and push that right toe under, holding right here. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. Good. One more time. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. Drop the left foot down. Find that alignment of the left foot. Once you have it, stand back up. Once you have it, allow yourself to tuck and tilt your pelvis again. find the neutral. Once you have the neutral, bend your knees, hinge at your hips, come into a slight bend forward, find your chair. Weight shift all your weight into your left leg. Start to push into that left big toe, really lengthen through that left leg. Once you have that, shoulder blades are back and down. Keep those abdominals engaged. Maybe lengthen the neck and look at the chair. All right, right leg, lengthen that leg behind you. So you can either lift it off the floor or keep your tippy toes touching, whatever works for you. But tighten those abdominals as you squeeze those glutes. Push into that left big toe, lengthen that left leg. Deep inhale here and exhale one more time. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful. All right. So hold on to your chair. In that position, reach the right foot back to the very back of your mat. Now, can you find a position at home where the outside of your foot lines up with the side of your mat? In that position, tuck your tailbone under, really tighten your abdominals, straighten your knee, see that your right knee lines up with your second toe. Take a nice deep inhale here, and on the exhale, bend the left knee and feel that beautiful stretch through that right calf. Now keep the abdominals engaged so that you're not arching through your back and completely losing your calf muscles. Keep the knee engaged, the quadriceps engaged so that you're really getting it. Now push into that right heel. Nice deep inhale here and exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Push into that right heel and exhaling out, and bring the right foot back up. Take that left foot, slide it all the way back to the back of your mat. Check in. That left heel needs to turn out so that the outside of your foot lines up with the outside of your mat. Once you have that position, allow yourself to tuck that tailbone under completely. Really engage those abdominal muscles. Straighten that left knee as much as you can. You may already be on a full stretch, but if you've got any more in you, take a deep inhale, exhale, bend that right knee as you bring your knee forward. Can you check in that the left knee lines up with that second toe? Good. Now keep those abdominals engaged. Give me a nice deep inhale and push into that left heel as you open up through your calf muscles. One more time, deep inhale in and push into that left heel. Beautiful. And slowly coming back up into a standing position. We are done with our chair. So here's what I would like you to do. Just simply move your chair out of the way. And once it's out of the way, make your way down to your mat and find yourself in child's pose, and we will resume right there. Make sure you have your strap on the floor because we've got one more exercise to do with our ankles. All right. Now, in your child's pose, can you kind of look to see that your knees are hip distance apart? Can you look back and make sure that your feet and your ankles line up with your knees? Settle your tailbone down, get your hips as close to your ankles as you can, get the crown of your head as close to the floor as you can. Soften your elbows and just kind of let yourself relax there. Take a deep inhale into your belly, stretch out your low back here. And exhaling out. One more time, guys. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Now slowly bring yourself up into hands and knees. Knee alignment directly so that they're underneath the hips. Walk those hands forward. Index fingers are pointed forward. Thumbs all the way in, outer three fingers out, so that your wrists and your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Let's go through 3 cat-cows here. So inhale, sink the belly, lift the head, lengthen the neck, shoulder blades back and down, tailbone up. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, belly in, tuck the pelvis, chest curls, chin into chest, look into your belly button. Inhale, sink it all down, lengthen the neck, lift that tailbone. And exhale, curl it all under, chin to chest, tuck that tailbone. One more time, guys. Inhale, sinking everything down. And exhale, curling everything up. Very nice. Slowly sit back into your heels. Now, I'm going to show you an exercise to open up the front of your ankles. So for all of you at home, this might not be possible, but I want you to give it a try. Simply make sure that your heels line up with your sit bones and slowly sit yourself down. Now, if your knees are talking to you, you could simply put a pillow or something or a towel between your knees as you sit yourself down. Now, here's all I want you to do. Can you slowly reach your hand behind you on the right side? Can you slowly reach your hand behind you on the left side? Can you feel that stretch to the front of your ankles? You've got it. Now, in this position with your hands gently behind you, here's what I want you to do. The tops of the feet and the tops of your toes. Slowly push them down into the floor. You've got it. Can you feel that? And then as you exhale, maybe you can sit back a little bit more. Don't cause pain. Go to your level. If you're really tight, you're nowhere near where I am. One more time. Push the tops of your feet down into the floor. You can maybe even lift your knees if you got enough flexibility. And then as you exhale, just sit back, just sit back, just sit back. You've got it. Slowly bring yourself back up. That is a very deep ankle stretch. And then in this position, turn your toes under. As you turn your toes under, sit yourself back, sit yourself back. A nice good stretch through your toe flexors and your plantar fascia here. So push back as much as you can. Make sure your heels are pointed straight back and out and not coming towards one another. Use your hands to give yourself the biggest push back. Take a deep inhale here. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, look down to your mat. Exhaling here. Let's do that one more time, stretching through those toe flexors. They had a lot of work done today. Deep inhale. And exhaling here. Very nice. Now, slowly bring yourself down to your mat so that you're sitting. Have yourself, so you've got your yoga strap, and then place yourself so that you've got your right leg straight and out. Your left foot is kind of into your inner thigh on the right side. Now, your yoga strap or your belt, whatever you're using at home, is still looped. So what I want you to do is just simply take that loop and place it around the ball of your right foot. So once you've got that around the ball of your right foot, grab your loop. In this position, check in that your pelvis is still pointed forward. So I want you to get a little bit of an inner thigh stretch as we stretch those calf muscles today. Now, get your knee as straight as you can. If your hamstring and your sciatic nerve is the only thing you feel right now, a block or a pillow under your knee will help you tremendously. Take a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, use your biceps and your shoulder blade and pull that foot up as much as you can. Sit nice and tall, get that beautiful stretch through those inner thighs. Left hand, if you want, can rest on the floor or just rest on your left thigh. Take a deep inhale here and exhaling out. One more breath, nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly letting go of that. And taking your right foot in, taking your left foot out. Placing the right foot into the inner thigh, that same lasso you had, place it around the ball of the left foot. Now, in this position, hold on to the strap once you have it fairly close down. Once you have it in that position, check in that your pelvis is still pointed forward. So you haven't turned your pelvis to that left foot. As you turn your pelvis forward again, you'll feel that beautiful stretch that we're looking for in that inner thigh on that left side. All right, knee is nice and straight, already a bit of tension into your ankle and your calf muscles. Right hand, you can rest it on floor in front of, beside you, or you can simply rest it on your thigh. Now sit up nice and tall. Oh, there's that beautiful inner thigh stretch. Are you ready with your left biceps and your left shoulder blade muscles? Take a nice deep inhale here and exhale. Really pull that ankle up as you pull on that strap. Keeping this position, keep your body nice and tall. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Deep inhale into the belly here and exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Beautiful. All right, we are done with the strap. Time to make it down to the floor just to do a tiny bit of opening through the hips. So allow yourself just to lay down through your side. Find yourself on your yoga mat. Rest yourself on your yoga mat. Take your right knee to your chest, left leg, just bring it straight down on the floor. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, pull that right knee into your chest. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, tongue to the roof of your mouth. Maybe close your eyes here. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhale out. Good. Now, in this position with that right ankle, just do some nice big circles. Maybe get some pops and snaps from all of the beautiful work that we did today. And then maybe do opposite direction, counterclockwise, clockwise, whatever's opposite for you. Take one more nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, pull that knee into your chest one more time. Beautiful. Slide the left leg up, rest the right foot to the floor, left knee to your chest, right leg, slide it down the mat. In this position, nice deep inhale in, exhale, pull your knee into your chest, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, tongue to the roof of the mouth, close the eyes, take a deep inhale into the belly, stretching out through the glutes and the low back. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. All right, Mr. Left Ankle, let's do those circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, 5 or 6 in one direction. And then when you feel like you've gotten enough mobility, switch it up and change it in the opposite direction. Very nice. Deep inhale here. Exhale, pull that left knee into your chest. You got it. Very good. Now, keeping the right leg long here, simply allow the left knee to come more into the midline of your chest. And once you have that, hold the left knee with the left hand, right hand, grab as close to that left ankle as you can. Make sure your left pelvis stays on your yoga mat. Take a nice deep inhale here. And on the exhale, pull that left knee into your chest. And oh my, pull that left ankle up to your right shoulder. Now, can you make sure that your right leg is straight? Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, close the eyes, feel those left gluteal muscles. Deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. One more breath, nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Slowly releasing the right hand from the left ankle, finding the ankle alignment with the knee and hip, then sliding the right leg all the way up so that your knee is to your chest. Bring the left foot down to the floor and then slide that left foot straight down the mat. Now take that right knee, come to the center of your chest. Take the left hand, slide it down to the right ankle. Make sure that right pelvis is still on the floor so that you're getting your gluteal and hip rotators, not your back. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, pull that right knee up and into the chest. And with that left arm, pull that right ankle towards that left shoulder. Now straighten that left leg, engage it onto the floor, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Hello, right gluteals. Take a deep inhale here. Exhaling out. My right hip rotators are definitely tighter than my left today. Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly release the left hand and right ankle, line it back up. Slide that left leg up, bring the left knee to your chest. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, pull both knees into your chest. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, pull in even further. All right, let's see what your coordination is like now. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, rest the tongue on the roof of your mouth, close your eyes. Can you make both brains work, both sides of your brains work differently? So let's start with the right ankle. Can you start right ankle circles that are clockwise? Can you then do left ankle circles that are counterclockwise? All right, look at that. You're doing two different things with two different parts of your brain. Congratulations. Keep it going for a few moments. And then release. Beautiful. Left ankle. Can you start that left ankle going clockwise? All right. Can you take that right ankle and start it going counterclockwise? How coordinated is your brain and your ankles at home? And keep it going for a few more circles. and then let it go. Very nice, guys. Let your feet come down to the floor. Slide your right leg down the mat. Take your left foot, place it onto the right thigh. Right hand, reach it up over to that left knee. Left hand, bring it out to the side of you today, either straight out to the side or maybe a goal post position with your arm. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly bring that left knee to the right. Let the pelvis lift, the low back lift, the shoulder blade lift. Lengthen as you can through your neck, settle your chin. Left shoulder blade and arm stay on the floor. Now, can you gently rotate your neck towards that left hand? Deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. Let's do that one more time, guys. Nice deep inhale into that belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly bringing the head back to the center. Slowly de-rotating that spine, the rib cage first, the low back second, the pelvic third, and that hip finally and fourth. Good. Left foot on the floor. Slide that right leg up. Slide that left leg down. Right foot to the left thigh. Left hand up to that right knee. Right hand out to the side. I'm picking goal post position for me today. In this position, nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, start pulling that right knee to the left. Pelvis lifts. Low back lifts. Rib cage lifts, shoulder blade stays down, lengthening through the neck, settling the chin, and then turning your gaze to that right hand. Now, nice deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. You've got it, guys. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Slowly bringing that head back, starting at that rib cage on that right side, low back, pelvis, then that hip. Finally, rest the right foot on the floor, slide that left leg up. Take those knees to your chest one more time. Give them a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. Pull them to your chest. Oh, yes, we made it. Slowly let your feet come down to the floor, and once you're there, allow yourself to slide your right heel to the right corner of your mat, the left heel to the left corner of your mat. Let the shoulder blades be underneath you. Gently bring the arms out beside you. Lengthen your neck. Settle your chin. Rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Close those eyes. Let's take a nice deep inhale into that nose. Open that mouth and sigh out that air. One more time, nice deep inhale into the nose. Open that mouth and give it the biggest sigh you can. No one can hear you guys. You did it. Now, let your body rest. Normal breathing here. Let's talk about balance one more time, just like we did in sitting at the beginning of the class. So what are the key elements to balance? Number one, ankle mobility and strength through your foot and ankle. We worked that today. Move your mind's eye up to those hips, you guys. Hip stability is one of the key indicators of falls with aging. You need to get some strong hips. Move up to your trunk, your abdominal muscles and your trunk stabilizers, the entire core that keeps your trunk stable. Absolutely essential for your balance. Keep moving your way up. Think about each of your ears for a moment. Inside of those ears, we got these cool little semicircular canals, 3 on each side that are all in multiple directions that give feedback to our vestibular system that we are upright. And finally, think about your 2 eyeballs. We did a great exercise today where we took those out of the equation so that you could really focus on your ankles. Unfortunately, with aging, we tend to rely on that eyeball system too much. So allow yourself to think about that as you're walking upstairs, downstairs, around your house where there might be rugs. How much do you use your eyes versus how much do you use your vestibular system, your trunk, your hips, and your ankles? Now start to wiggle those fingers and those toes. Circles with those wrists and those ankles, however you want to circle. We're not training the brain this time. And then when you're ready, slide one leg up, followed by the other. Allow yourself to then gently rotate over onto your side. Rest there just for a moment. Take a couple deep inhales and exhales. When you're on your next exhale, use your top hand and your bottom elbow. Push yourself up into a seated position. Find yourself sitting, legs are crossed if that is comfortable for you. Hands are to the heart. How did you do with your balance? I hope you got a little bit of a sweat on. But more importantly, I really hope you got some good mobility through your ankles and strength through your balance system. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you.